breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember, I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember. When I close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs. And if my mind worked backwards just for a minute, I'd hold on to you before the memory's gone. I remember you, you lift my spirit. With you high is all I'm feeling. Remember how we felt alive. I remember you, you make me stronger. Can't go without it much longer. Remember, remember.
G'day Roosters, how we going? Welcome to the Mancave Sessions, April of course, right in the middle of Easter. Been a few things going on, that's for sure. MotoGP drama, I got involved in some local racing behind the scenes and even managed to do an overnight midweek trip, so we'll get into that. Of course we made 500 subs as well, so that's a bit of a milestone for us. So yeah, let's get into it. MotoGP season, let's start right there. Okay, if you haven't been following it, Marc Marquez is on a blinder. He's won every race. He hasn't fallen off in. So that's 7 out of 8 races, if you count the sprints as well. He's on fire. No one can touch him. I predicted last year that once he got on a factory bike that he'd clean up, and he sure is. So Marc Marquez, 2025 MotoGP champion, I'm pretty sure. Pretty safe bet. Very interesting. And of course you got his brother Alex, who is right up there too, right behind him, pulling a bunch of seconds, finishing on the podium as well. So I'm really looking forward to the day that Alex beats his brother. So, you know, very interesting up the front. Bagnaia, don't write him off yet. He's struggled in the last race, but, you know, he had some issues and was started way back down the grid. But anyway, let's see if Marquez can make it pretty well a clean sweep of the whole season. He's got all the European tracks now coming up, starting in Jerez, or Jerez if you're a heathen. And, of course, that's his favourite track. It's not his home track, but it's Spanish track, and he knows it really well. So I assume he's going to clean up there as well. Anyway, MotoGP really interesting at the moment. Of course, we've got Jorge Martin, who just came back from injury for Qatar and fell off and smashed up his ribs. I think he's got a punctured lung or something, so I would suggest that he probably take the rest of the season off and get fully recovered properly. Bit of a shame, because we would have liked to see how him on the Aprilia would have stacked up against the Ducatis, but I see that, and I was thinking the other day, bet your Ducati are so glad they picked Marc Marquez and not Jorge Martin for their factory ride last year. If you remember, it was sort of a toss-up between the two, and they went with Marc Marquez, knowing that they wouldn't get the number one on their Ducati bikes this year. But boy, I guess that was a good gamble that paid off, because Jorge Martin's, you know, he's out of the picture pretty much for this season. So that was quite interesting. I thought about that old Davide, the race director guy, Ducati race director, Tardozzi. But he's glad that he picked Marc Marquez. Anyway, Marc Marquez looking freaking on fire. Nobody's really coming close. He just sticks with the leaders, and then 5 laps to go, he just pulls out and just leaves them all behind. So anyway, early days. Like I say, it's only round 5 coming up, but still, it's going to be an interesting rest of the season to follow. And of course, we've got Yamaha just released the other day first photos and first official press release about their new engine, their V4. Okay, so they're getting into they're going to go head to head with Ducati, and they've come out with a V4. So pretty interesting. Here's a picture right here. That's the V4, the Yamaha V4. Okay, so took them a while, but anyway, they're finally leaving the inline 4 philosophy. So Ducati, Aprilia, everybody's moving to the Vs, that's for sure. So I haven't heard it running yet, but I imagine it's going to sound awesome. Something to look forward to. So pretty light on detail at the moment, but there's the motor right there. You can check it out, and you'll find a bits of it on Google. Not so much stuff on Google, but you will find some information. Could it be a game changer for them? They are a bit underpowered. Handling's okay, but the Ducatis at the moment are just leaving everything behind. So this might help Yamaha out, that's for sure. What else been happening? Well, stewarding. So I did my stewards course for Motorcycling NZ, MNZ. To become a steward, they need people to help out run these meetings. And so I had my first event as a trainee last weekend. Very interesting. And it was very, very interesting. The amount of people it takes behind the scenes to run a race meeting is unreal. And I never appreciated it when I was a young fella and I was on the grid. I never really appreciated the amount of work and effort that the people that are required for these meetings to run smoothly. It's just really unreal. And I know, a bit of a thankless task. I mean, people do, acknowledge them and all that, but unreal. Yeah. And interesting, rider safety is paramount. That's their main focus. And it's interesting when the flag drops and everybody takes off, all the officials, they're just locked into that first corner watching, fingers crossed that everything goes all right and everyone makes it through the first corner. It's quite nice to see you. And very, very little would get missed on a racetrack, I imagine. There's eyes everywhere and they're right on top of everything. It's really impressive to see. Anyway, I'll go back and do that again as well. I'll try that out. Nobody chatting yet, so I'm sure Steve's here from Melbourne. Might be some other people. Looks like we've got 5 people there, so say good day in the chat so we know who you are. And any questions, anything you want to talk about, just bung it in the chat. Once I've gone through news and things that I've decided are worthy of talking about, we can get into the banter and with a couple of these. So what else been happening? Midweek ride. So we were going to do we're trying to fit in a camping trip before the weather got too cold a couple of weekends ago. The weather was terrible, so we canned it. But then we saw there was a bit of a gap midweek. We thought, stuff it, we'll go. So we cut it down to overnight, and we did a midweek ride. Me and Dylan. Dylan's a good mate of mine here, right, just lives around the corner. And anyway, we ride quite a bit together. Whoops, that's it was the racing the other day. There's your grid. We'll go back to Dylan in a minute. Anyway, here's the grid. You're right there in the, it's the tower. That's the COC clerk of the course. He is watching everything. I'm not sure what she did. Can't remember what the girl does. It's something to do with lap times and things. Anyway, there's the grid. There's the flag guy. He drops the flag. There's also the electronic one behind. Sidecars. Now, if you know about me and sidecars, you know that last year I had a go at sidecars, the last couple of years. This is the actual sidecar from the last year that I jumped on. It's a Yamaha 1000 something. And you'll see that in some of the normal videos. It'll be like the end trailer of my normal videos. You'll see me riding that and talking about subscribing. Anyway, it was a blooming good time. There's the old tower. You've got the clerk of the course up there. You've got the down here is the computers with the little boxes on the bikes, and those computers pick it up there. You can see where everybody's at. Horse ambulance there. Some more stewards there. Certainly know what they're doing. A lot more than what I did. But anyway, it was a good time, and I'll do it again. Try and give a little bit back, and good to see quite a few women riders out there and young people. So that was really, really good to see. Yeah, really good. And they finished the day with a Le Mans start. We used to do that back in the day for the Conti Cup. Conti Cup back in the 80s. And we used to have like an all-comers, everybody in Conti Cup. And it was the same deal as this Le Mans start. Good fun. So here we are. Let's go back to Dylan. So we rode around the block, what we call the around the block for South Canterbury, which is basically through to Tekapo, down past the lakes, down Waitaki, and then back through to Geraldine. So, and this time there was just the two of us in the middle of the week. Somebody just sent me a message. Kim. I presume Kim's not here, because he sent me a message. So, yeah, this was us, and we decided to break it into overnights, just so I'd always wanted to sleep down by one of the lakes, camp down by one of the lakes, so we did an overnight one. This is us first stop at Tekapo. Those of you who've never been there, the lake is that blue all the time. That's the first snow of the season, so, I mean, we are in Easter, so definitely summer riding season's over. But anyway, yeah, we managed to sneak out, and it's a good ride. Clear the head, and just the roads are pretty quiet actually. But I did do a video of the trip, and that's all edited, and that'll go live next week on the channel. Look out for that one. I think it's called Around the Lakes. There we are at another lake, Benmore. So Benmore is the largest earth dam in New Zealand. Very big lake behind there. Campsite, that's camping at that lake, is at Lake Aviemore. Well, that is the Lake Aviemore. We just rocked up there and camped there. So, anyway, it was a good trip. Really enjoyed it. Like I say, we did a video of it, so yeah, good time. Good time it was. Bloody good. Well, Dylan took the little portable barbecue back to the back of the bike when we had charcoal, when we had meat on the barbecue, over charcoal barbecue at night down by the lake. Watch the sunset. It was bloody good. So, yeah, anyway. Not too many people talking. Just trying to pop up my... Oh, there we go. Donna's there. Hi, Donna. How are you? Oh, there we go. We're all coming in now. G'day, Q. How are you? I was wondering where you were. I know you've got a drone now, Q. You let it slip, so I'm looking forward to your footage of your drone footage. I actually put the video coming out next week of us going around the lakes. There's a bit of drone footage in there. So, yeah. Nah, you'll enjoy it, Q. I've counted the lakes. I think there was 4 or 5. I think we passed about 6 lakes, which was pretty. It was good. Yep, good to see Donna. She rides a Triumph. I know Donna. She rides a Triumph. She's from here in Geraldine, so I'm sure I think she's coming down on the Burt next year. Come to the Burt with us. She's on the Burt trip, so. What are you drinking, Q? You on a beer, or have you got some? You got one of your home brews done? You're on the no label stuff. Anyway, what else have we been doing? 500 subscribers. Okay, so we've crossed that milestone. Thank you very much, everybody. There is a giveaway that obviously every time we get to 100 subscribers, that triggers a giveaway. And so the winners, I've drawn the winners. Some people I can't pronounce their name because it's written in Russian, but hopefully they reach out. I'll put the results in the Facebook group straight after this. No names I recognise, unfortunately. We've got we've got some interesting ones here. But big thanks to our sponsors. That's we've got New Zealand Whiskey Collection. They sponsored us with a nice bottle of single malt. We've got Mundell's Cafe here in Geraldine. Best big breakfast in Geraldine by far. And easy parking on your motorbike right opposite the MPD, where coincidentally that's where we meet up normally when we do rides. So big thanks to them. Royal India Restaurant with the dinner. And also big thanks to Love Motorcycle Training, Ride Forever, free Ride Forever course. And then, of course, there's a few things from me, which is a hoodie, t-shirt, stuff like that. So all that stuff will be on the Facebook page very soon. Well, straight after this, actually. I don't know where Steve is, Q. He said he was going to be here. I hope nothing's happened. So, oh yeah, they make awesome coffee there too. So Q, if you're a coffee man, aren't you, Q? Anyway, do you know where that Mundell's is, Q? Right opposite the MPD. You can get really good coffees and chai lattes, very good chai lattes there. Don't ask me how I know. Anyway, we had a few people drop. What have we got? That's pretty much all my news, but nobody's talking. Might be a quick one tonight. I've got a merchant's order, so I'm doing a merch order. It'll be the last one for a while. So if you're after a hoodie or a t-shirt, just hit me up and add your order to the list. It'll be the last one for a while, so anyway. And of course, there'll be another giveaway when we hit 600 subs. What have you been up to, Q? I was going to do heaps of riding this Easter, but every day looks terrible, so I don't think I'm going anywhere. Might try and sneak a ride in on Sunday or Monday if the weather's all right. Wait for somebody to say something. Just be quiet there. Anyone else following MotoGP? Man, good season, good race season this year. Bit of a 3-horse race, but still, I'm looking forward to the day that Alex Marquez gets in front of his brother and stays in front. And of course, I do the MotoGP Guru. That's the prediction game. It's free. I did a video of it somewhere. It's in the channel. And you can make your predictions on first, second, third, who gains the most positions during the race, who his pole man is, fastest practice, all that sort of stuff. And then you gain points for all your right predictions. And somebody's going to win a brand new Ducati Panigale V4 S at the end of the season. I haven't won it last year or the year before, but hey, you never know this year. Here's Will. Good on you, Will. You're going to do some overnighters in winter. Were you gonna camp, Will, or are you gonna stay in a hotel or something like that? Camping ground. I'm gonna do some overnighters. I wanted a couple of overnighters, but I'm gonna be in proper bed. I know that. It will depend on the weather, the direction, and destination. Right on. You're still down the way, Will? You're still down by the railway line? Really been enjoying the 749. Freaking hell, that's fun to ride. And just doesn't seem to, for a sport bike, doesn't seem to do too much damage to my wrists and my back. I can sort of ride it for a couple of hours and be fine. So, which is interesting. You'll be camping in your Temu gear. Have you shrunk, Will? I hope you measure those sleeping bags before you order them. Yeah, I don't know. I really wanted to do this 2-day one that we couldn't fit in because of the weekend weather. We were going to first night we're going to stay at Pukaki. I got a campsite there that I could prepared to share with you, Q. But just, yeah, keep it quiet or don't say where it is on your if you do a video. But it's really worthwhile spot, best spot on the whole lake actually. And then we're going to do one night there, and then we're going to go down right through to Alex and then back up the pig route and stay at St. Bathans for the second night, and then St. Bathans to home. So I still might do that in winter, but maybe stay with a friend at Twizel first night. If I'm feeling flush, I'll book a room at the St. Bathans Hotel. See if I can see the ghost that lives there. I don't know. If you have enough beers, you probably might see one. Will says, my bike has gained a lot of weight in Farkles. What are Farkles? Accessories and stuff. You all T-mood up. You've got little driving lights and... I don't know. Look, there's so many guys ride around Girardino and are finding new ones, not every day, but quite often. Every other week you find out someone else has got motorbikes, and had a cool evening with a guy just out of town, and he's got 3 Nortons. 2 of them older ones, you know, like 70s ones. Then he's got one of those ones from the early 90s, the Dominator, when they sort of relaunched them. Fantastic looking bike, you know, like a modern bike. And he had a couple of other really interesting bikes there, and you just never would have known. Yeah. You got the bling going. Sparkles. What do you call? Is that what? I think I just worked out what a farkle is. Is that? Is it things that do fuck all? Don't know. Bling, I guess, yeah. Yeah, as long as it's useful bling. I've put so much stuff on the multi, it's on the handlebars. I've got no more room to put any brackets. And old Steve sent me over a beautiful extra bracket so I could mount GPS next to my instrument cluster. So that if I hadn't had that, I wouldn't be able to fit the GPS on. Anyway, well, friggin' hell, it's going to be a quick night tonight. We've got no Steve, we've got no Stretch, we've got no Kim. Thankfully, you guys turned up. That's blooming great. Going to be a short one tonight. We're going to go for half an hour, I think, unless something else pops up. I didn't make. I tell you what. I see the last of the Moto socials for Christchurch anyway was this Tuesday just gone, Wednesday, I'm not sure what day it was. Forecast wasn't looking too good. I haven't heard how it was, but I was talking to a guy from Wellington yesterday, and yeah, I'll tell him, Will. I'll tell Steve that you were on looking for him, so we talked about half an hour ago, so... Yeah, but I got the light. Well, I got the low carb. It's all right. Oh, you went to it. Oh, good. Was it dry queue or was it raining? I went to one, and freaking hell, there would have been 2 or 300 bikes. It was a good freaking good deal. And I was talking to a guy in Wellington on the phone from the Ducati club, and he's like, "Oh, those moto socials, we should try and get one going in Wellington." And I thought that'd be fantastic because Wellington's got more people on motorbikes commuting than any other city in New Zealand. So I thought that would have been a great idea. I did say to him that he should hit them up and see what it takes, because that's right, QA. You get a lot of young people. It's the only motorcycle event I've ever been to where you see lots of young people, which is comforting to know that they're getting into it. Yeah, we're a bit average. Yeah, I went to the one that had Casbolts in their car park, and that was pretty good. But they reckon that when they have the ones at Smash Palace and all that, I reckon those ones really popular. I'm just going to turn my volume down a bit. There we go. Bit better. Right on. Good on you, Q. Capturing that. I'd never asked you, Q. I might have asked you, what do you use for editing? I'm getting sick of using Vegas. I'm thinking about changing. I don't want to learn something new, Yeah, mate. Why Moto Social? That's much more popular than the rallies for the young ones. Don't know. I've been talking to a young fella down the road in Temuka that's dead keen on bikes. He's got a bike, first bike, and he's riding and all that. And his big issue is money. He's like, he wants to come and ride. He can't afford fuel because it's his daily runner for work, so he can't. And he's like, I can't afford to do longer trips, but I don't, don't have this, don't have that, and so money's obviously an issue for those younger ones. Perhaps I use Premiere Pro. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Well, I was with Vegas. Used to be owned by Sony, then they sold it a couple of years ago. But I don't know. It's I like it, but really intuitive, really easy, but powerful. You can do a lot of stuff with it, but maybe it's my computer can't handle the 4K footage and that. I get artifacts sometimes when I do crossfades and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you'll see in some of those last videos and stuff, you get sort of artifacts, and then anyway, you'll know when you see it. Not too bad in the last video, and I'm tempted to put it out just the way it is, but we'll see. I'd like to clear it up first, so I might try and get an upgraded version and see if that fixes it. Anyway. Oh yeah, yeah. So we all must be feeling flush, Q, because I just dropped the money on a new camera. So I've switched from GoPro. I'm sick of GoPros. So now I've gone to what everyone else is talking about is the Ace Insta360 Ace Pro 2. So not 360 camera, but it's from Insta360. They got a flip up screen if you need the screen and that sort of stuff. But apparently the footage is through the roof and zero issues, and battery life, no. So I'm excited to get that and reconfigure front of my helmet. We'll see. Oh, you film at 2.7K, 60 frames. Yeah, so I film at 4 at 60. It's just so I can go slow-mo. But yeah, GoPro. The last decent GoPro was the Hero Black. That's what everybody says, all the guys that... And I've actually got a 7 Black, which sits on my handlebars, funnily enough, pointing back at me. And that one's fine. But I've had a couple of other ones, and I'm on an 11 at the moment, so I don't know. I'll let you know, Q. It's all the write-ups. Apparently, it's a beast, for low light conditions. It's got the biggest sensor by far, CMOS sensor, whatever they call it. Biggest one by far. Yeah, it's supposed to be a beast. I'm excited about it. Although I ordered on Amazon and it looked like it was under $700. I thought, okay, I'll grab it. And Australian dollars, which I thought, oh, well, it's not so much different. But yeah, now it's definitely over $700 now. When I render, I try and make the bit rate, sure bit rate's over 60. Yeah, well, my project frame rate's 30. So if I shoot at 60, I can half, go slow, do slow-mo if I want, and halve the speed and get slow-mo. But anyway, yeah, I've got the blue battery too. Oh no, I've got the white one now. I've got one white one. And yeah, I'll never, I've been saying for a couple of years that when I upgraded, I was going to move away from GoPro. So, and that's what I've done now. So, I'll let you know, Q, how I get on. And, well, hopefully maybe I can show it to you in person and you can have a little play. Anyway, whereabouts are you going, Will? For your mid-winter trips, got planned anything interesting? I've got one of those big freaking, what is it, 126 gigabyte, 128 gigabyte mini SD card. So I've got a couple. And what about the drone, Q? Taking that on any trips yet? There's a few people here not talking, a bit shy, so just pop in the chat and say g'day. As long as you're logged in, all you do is be logged into YouTube through your Gmail. So you go up the top right-hand corner, up there, and just log in there. Just click on the little round icon-y thing. I think it says sign in, and you'll see your Google account there. Just click on that, and boom, you're in, and then you just start chatting. Yeah, Aviemore, those camping sites there, mate. Yeah, they're really nice. Funny, I was talking about Lake Tennyson to somebody today, Will, and yeah, it's not raining, snowing, it might be blowing, and it freaking blows in there. And I think Q went up there. Q did a video up there. He went up there with one of his mates, and they had a bad nor'wester in there, and yeah, it can blow, that's for sure. But it's a nice ride in there. Beautiful up back there. Oh, cool. That's good, mate. You haven't crashed it yet. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, Q will tell you about Lake Tennyson on the bikes. But he goes everywhere on street tires. He even got up to the mont of the obelisk up the back of Alex. I see, which was I had a big grin on my face on that one. I watched that one just the other day. I think there's some good fishing in that lake too, Tennyson. Yeah, it is a beautiful spot. No doubt, that's for sure. Beautiful. What, you crossed the Clutha on the bike? Or was that going over a bridge or something? Just Just talk about. Well, we're just waiting for people to say. There we go. Went on the. You went on the Tuapeka Mouth Ferry. I love that ferry, eh? We stopped there on the way down the Burt. We normally try and get on it if we can. We stopped on the way to the Burt, but we got there after 4 and it was closed. Oh, you nearly lost it in the cliff. Okay, now I understand. You didn't hit one of those wires, did you? The cables. You're on the way to Beaumont. Yeah, I know. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, I know with the drone, before I send it up, I have a good look everywhere I want to fly and make sure I can note any cables or anything like that, power lines. A lot of money flying around up there and it's easy for them to come down, so. All right, I have to wait and see. I'll have to wait for the big video. Right. Always enjoy watching Q's videos. Where he's been, what he's drinking, Woodstocks, or else IPAs if he's on the beers. All right. Well, we've got 5 people watching, and only Will and you talking. Makes it hard to keep going if we don't have people chatting. So. Well, no one's going to say anything. Missing Steve, wasn't it? It's weird without Steve, that's for sure. Must be away somewhere. Oh, here we go. Here's Biker Stig. Good on you, Biker Stig. 6 of us now. Yeah. Okay, Biker Stig, tell us about yourself. Where are you based? What are you riding? Easter. Yeah. The whole of Easter, I looked at the weather. I thought, what's the best day for a ride? Every day looked the same. Just you try and be optimistic, right? And I've been caught out. We all been caught out. We go and try and go off what the internet tells us the weather's going to be like. And I think the first decent day I can see is going to be bloody Tuesday when we're all gone back to work. Oh, yeah, right on. Okay, good on you, Stig. Thanks very much. Vit Pillin, everybody knows what that is? It's like a sort of, and a beamer. A good one. So the Vit Pillin is like basically a cafe racer ready to rock. Fantastic, cool bikes. Look like a lot of fun. Perfect for the Port Hills, I imagine. I guess, I don't know. Stig, you go anywhere for Easter? The weather's a bit crap, but there's steady traffic through town here all yesterday. Yeah, I'm a Ducati guy. For my, not sins, because I love Ducatis. I love all bikes, but especially Ducatis. Love V-twins. Best sounding bike, as far as I'm concerned, is a rear-wheel drive Ducati with Contis. That is just pure music, just incredible. Yeah, I love Ducatis. Yeah, I'm thinking about Sunday too, Stig. As long as I could have gone today, but I had something else on. I mean, it was overcast, a bit average, but the road was dry, and I thought, oh yeah, we might still go. But it's like that Sunday, I'm going somewhere. I wanted one. There's a story about, most people have got an F1 story, haven't they? There's a story about F1 Stig. So I used to live in Christchurch in another life, and I went into Norjo's. Norjo's was the caddy people at the time, 1987. I went in and I says, I want an F1. And he goes, yeah. And I said, well, the only thing is I need it with a pillion seat, you know, because it was going to be that sort of money. It was going to be my only wheel, so I didn't have a car or anything. So I was chasing girls all like at the time, so I needed a pillion seat. And he says, oh no pillion, mate. He says, but we've got this. And he showed me a brochure of a Passo, the original Passo, the 750 Passo, which I didn't actually like it much, but it was like, you know, it's like a young fella and you made a decision on, I reckon I'm getting me a Ducati. It's going to be my first Ducati. I had a GSXR 750 at the time, which I really enjoyed, but I wanted to, you know, it was time for, as far as I'm concerned, it was time for me to move over to Ducatis. I really wanted this bike right here. And interestingly enough, the F1 was 14 grand and the Passo was 16. So it cost me extra 2 grand and I got the Passo, which was the biggest mistake I ever made. As far as bikes go, hated that bike. It was, yeah, terrible to ride. Like riding a Dolphin. Pretty gutless. It was the first bike that Ducati brought out with the single Weber carb with 2 cylinders. Of course, it's a car carb, probably out of a Fiat or something. Anyway, always wanted the F1, and eventually, there it is. That's another story. But yeah, what an awesome bike at the time. Now, if you remember Stig, remember back in those days, like Ducatis were exotic, you know. Ducatis, Guzzies, Beamers to a certain extent, just really exotic, you know. Hardly ever saw them around. Like a mystery, you know, who can even, you know, mechanic on them. But anyway, that was, yeah, like I say, that was the mid to late 80s. I joined the Bears, which was the Corsair Motorcycle Club at the time in Christchurch. And, yeah. A few stories there. Everyone's gone quiet. Well, I'll wind it up there, but while I'm just saying my last bits, if somebody puts anything in the chat, we can circle back around and talk about it. So, but anyway, like I was saying before, 500 subscribers, that's a pretty big number for us. You know, draw every 100 subscribers. So next draw will be at 600 subscribers. Keep an eye out in the Facebook group. That's where I'll put the results of the this 500 subscriber draw. Watch out next month. We'll do another Man Cave session next month. Not sure when you got on, Stig, but if you got on from the start, you would have seen me burbling about MotoGP stuff and just whatever's caught my eye over the last month, as far as motorbikes go. So, Stig, yeah, appreciate you dropping in, and everybody else as well, of course. Stay safe out there. Catch you on the road. And see you next month. Have a good one, guys. Thanks very much for stopping in.